Hello and thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup is underway. This is Game 2, and things will only get more intense from this point forward. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. So a moment now to see the story for Jason Tatum.
And unfortunately, his defense has not been as impactful lately as it was earlier in the season, with his steal numbers on the decline over the past 5 games. Expect to see him redouble his efforts tonight and try to get back to picking pockets.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Jalen Suggs out there with Desmond Bane. And it's Wagner in at the 3, small forward. And for Boston, the perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Jason Tatum out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Simons in at the point. And both of these teams off to a good start, winning their first games in the NBA Cup.
And tonight is a huge one in this group. Remember, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. So if you can get out to a 2-0 start, plus have the tiebreaker, you're in business.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Brown scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's White. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the take. Played through the contact and scored.
Wagner with a screen on White. Here's Bane. Banked it in off the glass.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Now here's Brown. Simons outside. Back to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now here's Tatum. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Brown with a screen. And here's Simons outside. Sinks it! What range from downtown!
Oh, and that was from way outside. But Simons feels like this is automatic for him.
Here's Wagner. Tatum with the block. White can't hit.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Here's Wagner. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
First one falls. Clark, we know how great Wagner is offensively. He's a plus defender as well.
You know what? I think he takes great pride in being a versatile, high-level defender. I mean, he focuses on that and gives great effort there. Offense comes relatively easy. He's got a great skill set, good size and mobility. But the defense is where he's really focused on excelling, and he's doing it.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You look at Wagner, I tell you what, when you've got that size and mobility that he has, you can do just about anything you want out there.
Yep, that one goes.
Really textbook use of the dribble, getting inside to get his work done.
For Orlando, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Wagner, the pass to Carter. Pass to Bain. Lets it fly. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Bain's got his second basket of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Tatum. He's putting up some terrific numbers. Over 28 a game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Now here's Wagner. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, because Carter Jr. is so dynamic athletically, his teammates have a lot of confidence in him finishing the alley-oop.
And here's Simons. He picked up 15 in their last win against Philadelphia. Another miss by Brown.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Ben Caro. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Yeah, with his length and athleticism, Tatum has the tools to be a lockdown defender.
Claxton a screen on Suggs. Here's Brown, and it's rejected.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And it's Tatum missing.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
That gives them the lead.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
So it's Boston now, trailing by 2. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And with this being the second game in the NBA Cup group stage, this is a pivotal contest for each of these teams.
Yeah, in this group format, Game 2 carries enormous weight. So this is far more than just your normal regular season contest. This has more of a playoff feel.
Here's a peek at the current NBA Cup standings for you, here in the middle of the group round.
And at this point, it's still very much a mystery who's going to make it all the way to that NBA Cup championship game. A lot of basketball left to play.
To the inside. Payne against Simons. And it's Orlando with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Brown inside. Carter's there. Outside, Brown. He takes it in, and you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
He hits the second from the line.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Now here's Carter. 8 points in his last time out. Here's Bane. Carter, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Carter Jr. excels at using that big body of his to take advantage on the boards.
Outside Tatum takes a three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a three-point game. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Tatum. Brown against Bane. Puts it up from 17. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Brown's got 5 points.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
Suggs outside. Wagner for three. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Celtics trail by 4. Now Simons, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Tatum against Banchero. Left side Tatum, down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Banchero. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Boston's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Claxton a screen on Banchero. Here's Tatum. And it's Bane with the rebound.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
Pass to Wagner. All alone. Boston pulls it in.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Tatum. No points yet. Simons passes to Claxton. That shot missing. Oh, nice D from Carter. Magic leading by 4. Suggs finds Carter. Yep, count it. He's got 6.
This is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable, in my opinion. Feels like he can score at will from there.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Boston making a switch here. Cooper's checked in. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Bane. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Tatum. Inside. Here's Claxton. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
And here are the Magic now. They're on a 13-5 run. Suggs with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Here's the teardrop. Claxton! Boston with the block. And he recovers it.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Tatum. 4-point game. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that three. Makes that shot look effortless.
Suggs outside. Oh, deflected. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. And rebounding the ball is so important. Here's a look at some of the best small forwards in the league at collecting boards. Fourth, Franz Wagner, and of course Jaylen Brown.
And these guys may not be the tallest or strongest players on the floor, but that hasn't limited their ability to mix it up and dominate on the glass.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialists. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
Now here's Jones. Here he goes. Pass to Isaac. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. And the Magic lead by 3.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys? Lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
And that one falls for Tatum. You take a look at the Celtics. They won their first group stage game. A nice beginning to their NBA Cup journey.
Absolutely. And the odds tell you, hey, there is a huge difference between starting 2-0 versus 1-1. So the analytics say this is a huge cup game for them.
And seeing now how things are shaken out for the Magic as well. It was a strong start to the group stage for them, winning their first NBA Cup game.
Yeah, they played well in that one, but this will be a difficult challenge. Winning on the road is difficult in this league.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
He got a piece of it. On the wing, Strus. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Here's Pritchard. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot, so he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Saric checks in for Tatum. No good on the second free throw. Orlando trailing here to the paint. Here's Black. He's scoreless. He's off on that one. Strus with a defensive effort. Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Drains the triple. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Orlando has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's Black. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Celtics. They're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And check it out, Orlando, back 2.5 games.
Well, for the Celtics, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Here's Pritchard. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Break points, and also they're in the top half of the league in points off turnovers. Quick to get the ball up court when an opposing player coughs it up.
And as you mentioned, they love to get out in the open court, and they can cash in on transition chances. Here's De Silva, covered by Strus. Isaac with a screen on Strus. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 6. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant. How aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
Now here's Šarić. Right side, Strus. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Magic trail by 8. Here's De Silva. Pass to Black to stop the run. Strus grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Šarić outside. A minute 31 left in the first quarter here. Šarić a screen. Here's Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark. Orlando's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Here's De Silva. Still without a bucket. Isaac, the pass to Jones. Right wing. Here's Black. Knocks down the triple.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Here's Pritchard. He has 6. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Defensive foul. That's his first personal foul.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. And the Magic making a change here. Wagner's checked in.
Pritchard.
Line the lanes. Line the lanes. 1 shot.
And they're just hacking away out there. I mean, it's costing them too at the free throw line.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Now here's Wagner. Down low. Here's Black. Kicks it out to Wagner. On the wing, Jones. Nataze with a screen. Inside. It's blocked. Here's Pritchard. He's got 9. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Cooper passes to Tillman. 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And here's Strus outside. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Black. Over Strus. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Boston Celtics up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Magic trail by 8. They've got Max Strus. Nicholas Claxton out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Cooper in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's Jones. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Bain, no good. Here's Tatum. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum. Taking the hit.
And watch how Tatum navigates the contact. Just one of the many go-to moves for him in the paint.
Pass to Wagner. Back to Jones. Fires from the corner. Here's Carter. Some solid defense from Claxton. Boston leading by 10. Here's Tatum. Right side Strus. Lots of room. Not enough on that one as it misses.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
Pass to Wagner. Wagner outside. To the inside. Now here's Bain. Defense is right there. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bain's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bain can still do damage inside.
Claxton a screen on Wagner. Shoots. And Claxton gets it to go on the assist from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Wagner. 9 points in his last outing. Tatum against Wagner. Carter from outside. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Beyond the arc is a spot on the floor Carter Jr. has worked hard to improve since entering the league.
Here's Cooper. A 14-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Here's Tatum. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. It's off to Philadelphia after this game, where they'll face the 76ers. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Beyond the arc. Tatum pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Basket's good. Claxton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Wagner. To the middle. Carter inside. He's guarded by Claxton. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
This is where Carter Jr. looks to score from, using his size to his advantage.
Boston leading by 7. Now here's Tatum. He's got 7. To the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Wagner gets it to go.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
And Boston has possession. 6-point lead. Tatum looking it over. Here's Pritchard. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Carter, following the bucket by the Celtics. The 3 from Bain. Kicks it out to Wagner. Fires the 3. First shot won't go. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's Strus. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Strus grabs the miss. Strus has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
All right, a chance to check out the Orlando Magic's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that game against Indiana, it's going to be a very tough one for them. They'll need to be playing at their peak if they're going to steal the win.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Jones. And he's good on the second.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
And here's Suggs. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Bain. Wagner with a screen. The 3. And it's Desmond Bane with the three.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
Outside, Brown. Back to Simons. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Simons has got 5 now.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Wagner. 7 points in the game. Wagner with a screen on Brown. Pulls it. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
At 6'10", you love the versatility that Franz Wagner provides. I mean, this guy's very effective in the two-man game.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Orlando making a switch here. Isaac's checked in.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Boston leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Over Banchero. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He's got 10.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Now Wagner, 9 points in the game. Isaac with a screen on Brown. Pass to Isaac from downtown. Rebounded by the Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. Simons with it. Outside, Brown. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. White, he's checked in for Boston.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Claxton passes to Hauser. Screen by Claxton. White for 3. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic trail by 5. Here's Terrell. To the inside. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Nick Claxton.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will end the shot.
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Orlando shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. The Celtics making a switch here. Šarić checked in. And that one misses. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. It's a 3-point game. Saric a screen. Lets the three fly. Can't get that one to go. And now just 3 of 10 shooting. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Banchero goes strong down low.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Now here's Simons. He's got 5. Tatum from long range. Orlando with the rebound.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Inside.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
Banchero's versatility, impressive. He's a big that can do a little bit of everything.
Tillman's checked in for Jason Tatum. Now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's White. 14 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Tillman passes to Saric. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, "In Dario, I trust."
And here's Banchero. 9 points in the game. Down low. Here's Batase. And he lays it up and in.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
For Boston, they've gone 8 of 15 in the second. Outside White. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Pass to Batase. Missed inside.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Hauser. Still no points. White on the wing. Guarded by Banchero. Simons against Suggs. And it's Simons missing. Here's Orlando. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Suggs. Back to Banchero. There's the triple. Hauser grabs the board. Boston's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. And here's Simons. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Banchero.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Simons.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simon's progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
Black's checked in for Suggs. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Orlando trailing here. Now Banchero. He's got 9. To the paint. Picked it out of midair. White with it. He's picked up by Banchero. White on the wing. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, and White is a fighter now. When he's close inside, he's committed to going aggressively to the rack. And if he doesn't score, he at least is going to draw the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
So he gets them both. Magic trail by 4. Here's Black. Pass to Batadze. To the inside. The jump hook. Banchero no good. Boston's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Here's Tillman. Shots blocked. They retain possession. Now here's Simons. Second chance shot. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Pass to De Silva. To the left side wing. Banchero against Saric. Shot to stop the run. Banchero no good. Boston leading by 7. Left side White. 1:29 left in the first half of this one. Here's Simons. Hits the target from 18 feet. Simons has got 9.
And Simons is a shoot-first kind of player, especially when he's operating from the mid-range.
Here's Banchero. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul, 4th team foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Paulo Banchero at the line for 1.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's Tillman. No points so far. Pass to Simons. Shot is up. Orlando with the rebound. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Magic trail by 6. Banchero passes to Black. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Inside, here's Batase, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Boston with some changes. Brown comes in for Tillman, and it's Strus in for Simons. And the free throw, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as much as 10. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Magic trail by 4. Here's Terrell. Pass to De Silva. Batase down low. Boston pulls it in, coming off that win against the Sixers.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front, leading by 4. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Jason, you hold the lead going into halftime. What's been your advantage so far?
For most of the half, we were really good defensively. We let our foot off the gas a little bit, so we got to do a better job.
Keep the pedal to the metal, guys.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Checking out Boston. It's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Magic trail by 4. On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Desmond Bane is out there with Suggs, and it's Carter in at the 5. Oh, had a nice open look right there. Bane's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, I love all the elements Bane has added to his game. He can carry your offense on certain nights.
Claxton a screen on Banchero. Banchero against Tatum. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Wendell Carter.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game, gets himself to the line.
He's gone 3 of 4 from the line.
It's something I remember from their last outing. He was excellent at the charity stripe.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch and cashed in on his chances. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
First one falls for him. And so Tatum nails both of them. Suggs with it. No made baskets yet. Outside Bain. Carter from outside. He can't get that one to fall. Celtics lead by 3. Simons up top, guarded by Bain. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Franz Wagner.
You know, over his first couple of seasons, Tatum has really increased his trips to the line, playing more aggressively.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
He makes a first. Hits both from the stripe. Now here's Suggs. Yet to see a basket. Outside Bain. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. And there's the lob. Simons with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice find there from Simons. Solid at recognizing when his teammates are uncovered.
And it's Bain with the ball for Orlando. Carter, a screen on White. Pass to Carter for 3. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Celtics lead by 7. Simons passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. To the middle. Here's Carter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, when we talk about the modern big, Carter Jr. is a great example of it. He can shoot, he boards it, he's got good size and a pretty diverse skill set.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops a first.
Versatility is what Wendell Carter Jr. brings to your squad. He has offensive game both inside and outside. And on the other